Hello and welcome back everybody. I hope you're doing well. In this one we're going back to the southern mid-latitudes of Mars, to an area called Noachis Terra and a new site I discovered in Kaiser. Complex dunes in Kaiser Crater, that's what NASA calls this one, folks. I'll include the link to the original page in the description below. Acquired on the 24th of December 2007 at 25.1 centimeters per pixel, and I'm showing you images cropped from a JP2 black and white map projected file, just under 750 megabytes in size. There's a look at the low-res black and white, and we're looking at rather strange terrain here, folks. The anomalies I'll be showing you are some of these white specks that are littered across this region. The guys over at NASA put together this false color image for us, and we'll be having a look at some of these very odd dunes, very symmetrical and similar to one another with equal spacing between them. We're in Kaiser in Noachis Terra at 46 degrees 44 minutes south, 19 degrees 12 minutes east. We'll have a look at some of the other anomalies in the vicinity towards the end of the video. This is the first of many of these, folks. We're looking at long narrow parts about 12 meters in length and about 1.5 meters wide, and they look like sort of obelisk type anomalies, or I don't know what else to call them, needle like anomalies, maybe even parts of supporting columns of an old structure. But check out the constant uniform width to these two sides. We've got right angles as well there. There's another one very similar to it, about the same length. Check out these straight edges, and then it looks like 45-degree angles to those two ends. Right, there's another one a bit shorter, but it's also got straight edges, right angles to it, slightly curved over here to the one side. There's two pieces in this one, guys. This one over here to the top right is about 10 meters in length, and there's a shorter one here and a similar one over here to the left. Check out the uniform width on these two sides. These two look very similar. Straight edges, right angles again, folks. Check out this long piece. It's about 12 meters long. It's also got a 45-degree angle over here on this one side. And there's a small block buried in the sand over here to the left. Another long narrow part. This one's about 8 meters in length. So a uniform width to this one side. The one we're looking at here is about 12 meters in length, straight edges, right angles, and then this side is slightly rounded over there. Right, then we're looking at that long narrow part. It's also about 12 meters in length, straight edges there, and this rounded part over here to the right hand side. Another odd piece over here as well. It's also got straight edges and a right angle to it. And we're looking at this strange anomaly. This part is about 15 meters across and about 10 meters wide, and on top of it we've got like a little pyramidal object. Look at this block over here to the left. So I've got these three carved in areas there. Straight edges, right angles, and then some more rectangular parts over here to the right. Another one of these long narrow objects about 12 meters in length, and this one's also got a flat side over here, slightly rounded to the top right. And then we're looking at that block. It's about 8 by 10 meters in size. To get the uniform width to this one very bright side, 90-degree angles to it. And then, as customary, we have the smaller object or knob at the center on this one side. Another one, guys and girls, also about 12 meters in length, also has this one rounded side. And we're looking at a huge block over here to the bottom. This one's about 12 meters in length and about 6 meters wide. Check out the uniform width on this one side as well. A right angle there, just less than 90 degrees on this one side. Here we're looking at two rectangular objects about 10 by 10 meters in size. Got a parallel part on top of this one block. Looks like a rectangular opening as well, or perhaps it's a rectangular shadow that's been cast by this part on the right hand side. This part here too looks like it's got a bevel running across the surface. Small dark spot on the one side, 90-degree angles to these as well. And we're looking at a perfect block right there, folks. This one's about 8 meters long. Check out the uniform width on this side as well as on this side, 90-degree angles, and then the customary dark spot or smaller object on the top. Another long narrow part. This one's about 14 meters in length. This one's a bit different. It's got a curved shape to it, a bit thinner than the others. There's another one. This one's about 8 meters in length. Uniform width to those two sides, and a triangular flat side over here to the top left. Here we'll be zooming in on these three items over here on the right hand side of the photograph. To start off with, we're looking at another long narrow rectangular part that there is about 8 meters in length. The right angle. Check out the uniform width to this slab, and it's got 90-degree angles to it as well. Another block over there, folks, about 12 meters in length and about 8 meters wide. Get the right angles to this object as well. And then this strange alignment of narrow parts. Each one here is about 6 meters in length, and in a row to get the uniform width on this one side, and then this rectangular part sticking out there perpendicular to this over here. I wonder if this is some type of structure. And there they are for comparison. Check out the similarities in these ends of these long narrow parts. These two are very similar as well. And then those. Then this long narrow piece reminds me of what's going on here. Or maybe this is sheet metal that's covered in sand over here to the left. Could that be an opening in the surface? We're looking at the blocks. This one on the right and the one on the left are very similar. And if these were What's intriguing about these so-called dunes is the sine wave shape, and that pattern is repeated throughout. And look at the uniform distance between these funny squiggles. And also we've got multiple rounded parts at the ends of some of these squiggles. More over here. What makes these in nature? Or are we perhaps looking at something unnatural in this photograph? Look at the gap between these smaller curves, between those. So lots of symmetry and geometry. And then again, check out the S shapes. Okay, let's shoot off to the southern mid-latitudes, to Noachis Terra, into Kaiser, this circular depression. And the site we looked at is located there. Just briefly have a look at those anomalies again. So many that are similar. And then this strange surface feature. I don't know what type of dunes these are. Let's shoot down to this site, to the south, and have a look at those anomalies. Check out the wedge-shaped part here. Small dark spot on the surface. Quarter disc-shaped anomaly there. Another one of these strange disc-shaped objects with a conical part on the center. More of these rectangular objects. Looks like two holes in this part. And then we've seen lots of these rounded blocks on Mars as well. And then up to the north. Strange alignment of those smaller parts. Got like a triangle there. And then this part symmetrically placed on the other side of the triangle. The spacing between those. More blocks with holes, hatches or entranceways in them. Who knows what those are? Strange narrow parts over here as well. 90-degree angle there. And this is lying over this rounded part. This looks like some type of structured item, maybe even wreckage. Natural boulders? I don't know, folks. As always, let's have a chat in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinion, what we just checked out there, specifically those strange dunes as well. They look more like structures that are covered in sand. But I don't know. Let's see. Maybe amongst ourselves we can thrash this out and come to some type of understanding as to what these might be. And then the long, narrow parts. We've seen those in so many other sites on Mars as well. Could they be obelisk type anomalies, or maybe supporting columns of ancient structures that have been blown apart? And then just quickly, I'd like to thank my new subscribers for joining. I hope you like my work and research. And then to my loyal subscribers, thank you for your viewership and your support, and for the donations that I receive every once in a while. Much appreciated, everybody. So until the next video, take care Ciao for now.